Now to the crisis in the Middle East. Secretary of State Antony Blinken arrived in Israel today to meet with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and urged the country's leaders to reach a truce that ends the fighting in Gaza and returns the remaining hostages. Meanwhile, in Lebanon, an Israeli airstrike near Beirut's largest public hospital killed at least 18 people and wounded dozens more. Israel accuses Hezbollah of shielding fighters in civilian areas. CBS Debora Patta has the story of medical workers risking their lives to save Lebanese civilians caught in the war zone.
This is what Lebanon's first responders deal with day in and day out, saving lives by risking their own. When Israel launched a wave of deadly strikes across the city of Nabatir over a week ago, killing more than 20 people, as usual, it was the paramedics and firefighters who rushed in first. Leading the team, their regional director, Hussein Fakir, who was injured that day. We were putting out fires and pulling the dead and wounded from the rubble, he told us. Then we went back to our base. There was a strike directly next to us. Fakir says 90% of their equipment has been destroyed and now they are losing their men. He believes it's deliberate. We have been directly targeted, he said, more than once. His nephew, Hussein Jaber, is also a first responder. Seeing death up close has been tough. Harder still when it's one of your own. That was the worst day, he said. My colleague was a few meters away from me when he was killed in an airstrike next to our base.
It can't be easy when you go out each day because you're risking your life.
Our job is to help people, he said, to keep them safe. While wrapping up our interview, there was a strike nearby.
Let's get inside, just in case.
Just like that, Jaber was gone. Duty called. 2 hours later, he was racing to another emergency scene. Anyone there? Jaber yelled out. 12 bodies were pulled from the rubble. Shortly after this video was filmed, Jaber was wounded in another Israeli strike. His injuries were minor, and they are so short-staffed, he went straight back to work.
And in this one unit alone, Norah, 8 of its first responders have been killed in Israeli strikes and 35 wounded.
Debora Patta, thank you.